Hello and welcome to the Palmowski dealership in Bielefeld. I think the largest motorhome dealership in northern Germany. Could be wrong on that one, stand to be corrected. This vehicle is a 2020 van from Bürstner. As you can see, it's a novelty for this year, something they've just brought out. And for those who want a rear lounge in a 7-meter motorhome, this might be suitable. It costs around 68,000 euros in this condition, and I'll just take you over to this. And so we've got a base price 60,620, and this comes as standard 75-litre diesel tank, cruise control, central locking. It's got a polyester floor and a roof. It's got a premium XL door. Does it look XL? Well, that's what it says anyway. It's got darkening blinds, ESP, ASR, hell holder, traction plus, and it is 232 centimeters in width, and it has a payload of 430 kilos. Two sizes here. The bed, 205 to 155, and a bed in the roof at 206 by 138. It's, oh, sorry, I didn't tell you what it was. Lyseo TD 644G Harmony line. So double floor, as I mentioned. Right, got this very unusual rear to it, and I wouldn't say unusual, I don't know if that's the right word, maybe non-conventional is the right word. And it's a bit like a cab over van in some ways without the cab over. So we've got two seats here, so you've got your cabin here, which you can close off like that. Shower here. Good points, it's got two large domestic drain holes. Bad point is it's very shallow, so if your van is not on the flat, you're running the risk of the water coming out here. Now as we've got this type of layout, we can put the toilet like that, or the door like that. There's your toilet, and you can sort of shut yourself in like this if you wanted to. Oh, and just to show the shower, somebody asked me for the shower dimensions in vans. I thought I always did that, but that was a request I got yesterday. Look, there's plenty of space here. Look at all that. So that's relatively good, and it's almost a dressing room because it can hang your clothes up there. Well, sort of. Right, so if you don't want to see the way you drive, that closes there like that. And I hope there's some way of holding that in. There is indeed. And it's clear, but there is something there that'll hold that in. You can see yourself in the mirror as you're coming out. You see myself in the shower. That's better, isn't it, than the one I just did. Look at all this. And I'll show you the double floor as well, because that's always something which I find worth seeing. You've got a ladder there, which could come in handy if you need to put out any fires, or alternatively you need to get yourself into the bed. All right. Good sized wardrobe. We have here, obviously, kitchen's relatively standard, nothing out the ordinary there. Two gas things. What does that show? Think about that one. Well, it's something to do with this. So this is an electric, it's a two-way fridge, because there was no, it's a new one. It's the New Thetford one. I had a press conference for this 3 weeks ago, and this is the first time I've actually seen this. And so anyway, coming here, this is, I've saved the most interesting bit until last. And right here, clearly you can make a bed below should you want to in this lounge. You've also got that small bed there thing at the back. I've got the keys. I think I've turned it on. Let's see how far this comes down. Alright, so I've left something the other side in the wrong position, so I'm going to take it back up again. Right, so what I've just learned here is that if you want to make the bed, you've got to take these things out at the back. So let's see if I can do that with one hand. And if I can't, then you're not going to see anything. So hope that doesn't fall on the floor. So in fact everything's going to have to come out, I think, because I can see how far it's going to drop. I know it doesn't look particularly tidy. If you were doing this under different circumstances, then you might do it to be a bit neater. Let's give it another go. Right, so that's as, oops, maybe not, yeah, so that leaves us with the, what is that point of that thing there at the back? Maybe it's all supposed to be level, so I'll put it up so it's level. There you go. That's your bed. So you've got lengthwise or widthwise. You've also got those things at the very back, and you've got a mess below. When I saw this the first time, I thought, that looks all right. That does. Now I've sort of changed my mind. I do appreciate that one problem here is you'd probably want a bigger bed, if you like. You could get a bigger bed by getting rid of the storage at the end. But that mightn't be then. There mightn't be a bed that actually works suitably with it. I've got to say that in my opinion, the theory looked really good, but the practice is somewhat less. So anyway, let's put the bed back again, and the bed will even go down even further should you want to. But I mean, if you've got somebody sort of making a bed down there below, that's a bit awkward. Let's take the thing up again. Obviously, if there were two people, and it might look a bit neater. So let's see how long it takes to put everything back again. So that will go, that goes to the left hand side. Right. Ooh. Well, everything's going to go back relatively quickly. Oh, you get the general drift of things. Okay, right, well, you get it back in a minute if you're using two hands, and maybe 3 minutes if you're using one hand. Let's have a look around the outside of this van. Now, it is a sort of a relatively cheap rear lounged van. Relatively, I said, note the word relatively. I might think of other things on the market. The EuraMobil's got one which costs around 80,000, which is slightly shorter, which personally I think it's a very nice looking van. But what this has here, and this is very positive for a vehicle with a rear lounge, is a garage that size. So that's a positive feature. There's a toilet at the front. There's your gas cabinet. So, what do you think of that? The room wonder with the round seating area. Do you think that looks all right or not? So let's have some opinions. Thanks very much for watching, and I shall be getting as much of the 2021 range from the Hymer group, which Burstner is a member, whilst I am here. Thanks for watching.